Hey guys, so what is the update for the Sultan fundraiser? Well, here it is. In these photos, you can see the first stage of a three-stage procedure that Sultan has decided to implement. Here is the carpentry stage. Now in these photos, you can see these kinds of cages and rows and shelves and stuff. That is for charging cell phones. The idea that Sultan had about a month and a half ago was, hey, now that I have solar panels, thanks to generous donors like you, he has little solar panels, he can generate electricity. So with the donations he got in November that I transferred to him just last week, in one day he was able to have this carpentry finished for about $100 US. It's not cheap. Now, I would say you could probably have it done much cheaper if you were outside of a refugee camp, but there is this refugee camp kind of like surcharge everywhere because you're in a very limited area. It's really hard to get supplies. So the basic carpentry stage for the phone recharging station, which Sultan is now building, is built. So the next step is to install the electrical wiring. So that will be done, I think, for something like 25 to 30 US. So we already got that covered with another generous donation from someone that I know very well, but I won't mention her name. You know who you are, thank you. And then the third stage is to buy the actual phone chargers, which will cost, we think, between 20 to 50 US. So what it'll be, and you can see from the basic carpentry stage, is that people will be able to come up to Sultan's home. I'll call it his home, and you guys helped build it. It used to be a hut, but now it's literally a wooden building, which is much better than before. So what it'll be, people just show up and they'll be able to pay him. They'll get a key, they'll be able to unlock like a little locker, put their phone in and charge it, just like you would do at a train station in Japan or Europe, or in some places in some phone shops, but they don't have this in refugee camps. So Sultan found a demand, and he is going to be the supply. So we have job creation here. I mean, even if you're a Republican, you should be donating to this fundraiser. So that's the basic big update, is that in only one day, and I wanted to show it to you guys quicker, but I was sick. In only one day, the carpenters were able to finish out the wooden and metal section of this kind of like phone recharging station that Sultan is building. Next, we're gonna build the electrical wiring stuff, I don't live in Africa, so your donations will be transferred directly to Sultan, and then he'll be able to pay the electricians. We'll do that. And then after that, all we need to do is for Sultan to buy the phone chargers, and he can begin to generate about $2 or $3 US per day. That's a lot of money for Kenya, and for living in a refugee camp, you have to be creative. So that's the big news I wanted to share with you guys, because since the beginning of these fundraisers, so it was like 2020, 2019, I've brought in $2,000-3,000, and the first fundraiser was really to get Sultan out of his living situation where the walls were literally just sticks tied together, and so every time it would rain inside. Mosquitoes came in. Sultan does have malaria and typhoid, and those do flare up when he's cold, so if it rains on him, for example, or too hot. And to build a fence. That was the first fundraiser. That was in 2020, I believe. Then the next fundraiser was a lot about health, and with the money that you guys generously donated, Sultan was able to go to Nairobi to get treatment for his kidneys back here, and liver, and also his teeth. And then now the third fundraiser has been very varied, because I didn't really have a goal, but then Sultan came up with a goal about a couple months ago to like charge people a little bit of money to recharge their phones. So that's what you guys have been able to help build over there in East Africa through me and through Sultan, of course. So thank you so much, and I would want to wish you guys Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah and all the other holidays that come up at the end of the year. I think Hanukkah is starting in a couple days, so especially Happy Hanukkah from Sultan and I. If you're here for the first time, I will make a longer video later about what you can do to continue helping. Okay, thank you. Love you guys. Thank you for waiting for the update. I was sick, it's not so exciting, but yeah, life gets in the way sometimes. I am going to have to start working in about 30 minutes today, so I'm at my school, and I will talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.